Well, Sam, I think I need a little more club in that. I think we do. Get up. Get down. Here. Get up there. On the shores of Mississaugua, by the shining, winding river, in its green and rolling fairways stands the wigwam of the warriors. Bright before it beats the water, beats the shining Credit River. There among the ferns and sumac, all the warriors drawn together, with their weapons and their war gear, painted like the leaves of autumn, painted like the sky of morning. In their faces stern defiance, wildly glaring at each other, Manitous of wealth and wampum, battling for the cup of Seagram.
You folks here in Canada have certainly, as we say, put out the red carpet for us, and we certainly appreciate it. I think the golf course is in magnificent condition. Crowds are getting bigger and bigger, and I believe, if I'm not incorrect, that you've broken all records here for this tournament, and, well, I'm sure in years to come you'll break more records.
I think it's a wonderful course. It's different than a lot of the courses we play. You've got some uphill holes, some side hill holes, and one thing about this course, I know from my game, I've had to try to play almost every type shot I know on this course.
The 9th, 371 yards of narrow riverline fairway. The 18th, 439 yards bordered by trees in a gully. The 3rd, an early climax shot, 217 yards to a raised green trapped on 3 sides. Defending champion Kel Nagel, Australia, tries it from the tee. Well hit, but he traps at the left. Doug Ford, twice champion.
Here are your 2 irons, son.
Doug was a little uncertain about choice of club.
Hit it.
And he too is trapped on the right. Palmer puts forth his Sunday best with the number 3 iron. Great result. But did Arnie really play it like that? The mighty 12, called the Big Chief, 537 yards. With the wind, then he can reach it in 2. Against the wind, all but the strongest must play short of the river that guards the green. Randy Glover at 12th tee.
Well, that solves that. This is all my business. No, they went quit.
Sam Snead. He won here in 37.
No, they went quit. Probably going to be the other way now.
Does Sam remember how to play the Big Chief? He's going the short route, down the right side. Too tight to the bordering trees to try for the green. Snead can still salvage a birdie here if he throws his pitch up close. Sam's mastered the Big Chief via the milk train route. Now Tony Lima, 1964 British Open champion. Looks like Tony has another method of attack in mind. That one's a good 270 down the left side of the fairway. Now the green's wide open. A faint favoring breeze. Tony could try for the green 265 yards away. He's pin high, up for an easy chip and putt birdie. And that's the express route way to beat the Big Chief. With a halfway total of 136, Joe Campbell has taken dead aim on the Seagram Gold Cup. But Joe has plenty of respect for this course and the task ahead.
I think this goes along. When you get a golf course that is fairly tight and got some good long par threes on it, I think the scores stay much closer than a course which would be much shorter where it's a exacting putting course. This course here, you got to play a little also.
Campbell is still playing strongly in the field, but the pressure is always there when you're up with the leaders. Only one or two shots that separated the stars for 3 days. And Joe Campbell knows what such misses can mean. Charlie Sifford thrives on Canadian courses. He's under par, but working hard to do it. And who's a philosopher when you're lipping the cups? Al Geiberger, a placid performer. Generally, that is. Al Johnson finished as top Canadian, but had to hit some amphibious shots en route. Mike Suchak, despite occasional brilliance on the greens, fails to make the halfway cut. Canada's top young professional, George Knudsen. For 2 rounds, he was right up there with the leaders. But a nightmare stalks him here in the gully at the right of the 18th. This one's growing into a grisly triple bogey 7. Spelling for me for George this trip. And how do veteran pros like Ski Regal accept disaster?
How you do? How do you do? Where did that come from?
Bill Casper is matching par, but he's not too happy. Oh.
Get across that tree.
Sam Snead has won this tournament 3 times, and he still draws the galleries.
Not where I wanted.
But luck runs against him this year as he fails to make the halfway cut of 146.
Grip the club a little shorter.
Bob Verway's course lingo
I can do everything to make sure I don't hit it too fast. I scull it. I always scull it.
sometimes sounds like a foreign language. Jack Nicklaus clears up a point.
You know, par fives are supposed to be my meat, and they aren't. I never do well in the par fives. When I win, it's always a par threes.
But some of the boys are bearing down. Mason Rudolph moves into contention with a 3-under par total of 207 for 3 rounds. Gene Littler, former U.S. Open champion, finishes the 3rd round with the same total. Defending champion Kel Nagel in with 211, 1 over par. But at the close of the 3rd round, Australia's Bruce Devlin is out in front. At 5 under par, 205, Bruce has some reservations about his play.
You'd have had a movie camera and filmed me playing 1, 2, 17, and 18. And then let the general public look at it. They thought they'd have been looking at a 36 handicap.
Oh, really? It was that bad?
It was just
well, as a matter of fact, you know, we have some of those shots on film and will be shown, and right along with this little interview here.
Well, I don't want to look at that film.
Let's go back for a look at how Bruce played that 18.
I tried to hit it down the right side at 18 and hook it, and I put a banana slice on it. I finished down in that valley down there at the left of the 16th tee, and I must have been 60 feet under the level of the fairway, I can guarantee you that. I felt as though I was stealing after 16 holes, being 1 under par the way I'd played, and I guess I got a little reaction from being a thief for 16 holes and then bogeyed the last 2 holes.
You mean your conscience got to you?
U.S. Open champion Gary Player 4 off the pace. His putting tells the tale.
Have that putter mine, please. Think maybe I better buy a new one tonight. Had enough of this bloody old thing.
Now, I've got a little question to ask you. You're,
Just give a little rub for me, will you?
All right. I see you're dressed in black today, and it's going to be pretty warm out there, and you've got a turtleneck. Does that come up high enough on you? Should it come up a little higher with me, huh?
Well,
what's the trouble?
Honey, I have a little bit of a sore neck, which happened in England, and it's so I'm really dressed warm today, on. See if it can help a little.
Gary managed to stay warm all right. But not his putter.
I haven't played well, but I've putted superbly. I haven't been putting too well the last 2 or 3 years, but the last couple of weeks I seem to have found it again and started tapping a few in. But as I say, I'm not playing too well.
Gene, how do you feel about this 12th hole, the hole they call the Big Chief?
12th hole might be a key hole. If you're going good, it could be a disaster, but on the other hand, it could be a 3 or 4 hole.
Jack Nicklaus in at 207, despite a 3rd round 72.
A little better than that one yesterday.
Where'd you get all your birdies yesterday?
Well, actually, Iron, I think it was probably the same holes you did the 1st round.
I see. I deserved that, I guess. And then you finished with a birdie and finished 72.
I hold one of your putts at 16 clear across the green, and
Yes.
then parred the last 2.
Well, Jack, good luck to you today. And, of course, I'm going to see a lot of you out there. Probably too damn much, but that's all right. It'll be a pleasure to play with you.
It'll be a lot of fun, Iron.
Good luck.
Thank you. Same to you.
And so 5 players, Devlin, Nicklaus, Palmer, Littler, and Rudolph, are bunched within 2 shots for the $100,000 Canadian Open title and the Seagram Gold Cup. Drawn head-on, Nicklaus and Palmer attract a huge gallery. Still 3 under par, it's Arnie at the rugged par 3 3rd hole.
No. Hit the trap.
Palmer's drawn iron shot has gone far left, off a side hill bounce.
Where did it end up? Kicked off that in the wood.
Oh, no, no.
I should have taken 300.
To reach the raised green, he must get the next one up fast. He's hit it thin, over the green, leaving a tricky downhill chip. Now he must get down in two or face disaster. That's the double bogey 5. Arnie knows that's the death blow to his bid for the 1965 Canadian Open title. But the crowds don't desert the glamour match, not with Jack Nicklaus sailing along, still 3 under. Mason Rudolph started out today 3 under par. But by the 4th, he's let 2 slip away. Now he's trailing Littler by 2 shots. Bruce Devlin's game came unstuck early with 3 opening bogeys. By the 14th, his hopes for the 1965 Seagram Gold Cup have vanished. Excitement runs through the valley as word spreads that Nicklaus has started to move. Jack has gone 5 under par. Palmer is just even as they face the 12th, the Big Chief.
Right, Palmer, you can't go wrong. You gotta get hot, bud. Get hot right now.
But out behind, someone has been keeping pace with Nicklaus. Here at the 11th, Gene Littler has a putt that could put him alone in the lead at 6 under par. It's down. The door is now open for Gene Littler, who has gone winless for 3 long years. What does he think of his chances?
Well, now, if I can get another birdie, I think I might have a chance to win.
The crowd must decide which of these 2 great golfers to follow. Now Littler must face the Big Chief. But the wind has swung around into the players' faces. Nicklaus's drive has gone 290 yards. He faces 245 yards to the raised green and into the wind. He's got to make the big decision. And he's chosen the express route. Jack's 3rd lies in the water. It might not even be playable. But he's going to try it. He's up all right. But too long. Nicklaus must chip and putt now to save his par. That's a big bogey 6. Jack has fallen back to just 4 under par with 6 holes to go. Now Littler must decide to gamble or not.
Yeah, it's hard to tell which way the wind's blowing. If Nicholas can't get across, I certainly can't. I just better lay it up. Try to pitch it close. Just about right.
Littler's third.
Take this pitch and get it up to the hole. Might be a little strong. Down, bite.
It's 12 feet from the cup.
Three-shot lead now, but still got a long way to go. Particularly with Jack up front. You can't count on him to play any bad golf.
And Gene Littler knows his man. Now the 14th. Par 3, 217 yards, and water guarded on the left. The shot. Now for the birdie try. With that super effort, Jack Nicklaus is back at 5 under par, right back in the game. Nicklaus is now the only man who can catch Littler. Nicklaus notched another birdie at the 16th. Now only one shot separates these two great players. The 17th, a little dogleg right. This par 4 is just 323 yards, and it might provide Nicklaus with the birdie needed to tie it all up. A 310-yard blast right in front of the green, and just 8 yards short of the putting surface. A chip up close, and Nicklaus will go 7 under par. Unbelievable. Jack Nicklaus scuffed it. But he still has this 18-footer for that vital birdie 3. Jack has blown a great opportunity, but there's one more hole to play. And what about Littler? Here's his second to the 17th.
It's hard enough to get over that bunker.
Under terrific tension, he almost trapped at the back.
Chip this stiff. Just get it down close.
A 3-footer left. It's a par 4. And Littler holds his one-shot lead facing the final hole.
I think we ought to hit a 3-wood off of this tee. I think the driver might get us down there in that canyon to the right.
Up ahead, Nicklaus has boomed another drive into perfect position. He needs only an 8-iron flip to get home. A great pitch. Just 7 feet from the cup.
Strike this out to the right with a little hook now. Just get it down the fairway. Oh, I hit that solid. That'll be perfect.
But Gene must sweat it out now.
Looks like a 7-iron, but I think the wind's a little against me. Gotta hit a smooth 6.
While Nicklaus works over a putt that could tie or even win the 1965 Canadian Open Championship. 15,000 hushed fans watch in suspense. Nicklaus's gallant rush gives him a 6-under par total of 274 for the championship. And now he can only wait out Littler's finish. Littler second. 3 shots in from here would win him the title. It's straight, but over the back. Now Gene must get down in 2 to win. He's 60 feet from the hole, using his putter. Right on line, but 3 feet short. This one's for all the marbles. Gene Littler has proven that he's still a great champion with a 7-under par total of 273. Amongst the first to congratulate Gene is runner-up Jack Nicklaus.
Gene Littler, for your information, won the U.S. Open in 1961, and this is a tremendous honor for us, Gene. I mean that sincerely, to have you come, and it's my pleasure on behalf of the House of Seagram to present to you the Seagram Gold Cup. This one he has to get back.
Well, it's been so long since I've been in the winner's circle, I really don't know how to act. It's been since 1962, and it's been quite a struggle ever since, but I'm real pleased to have won this championship. I think this tournament is second to none, and I certainly look forward to coming back to Vancouver next year. Thank you all very much for all your help.
Once again, Canada's most beautiful trophy, the Seagram Gold Cup, is up for competition. 4 days from now, this cup, plus $3,000, will be presented to the Canadian Open Golf Champion. Being played for the first time in Manitoba, the 1952 Canadian Open Golf Championship is about to get underway at Winnipeg, the metropolis of the Midwest. Over the fairways and greens of the very beautiful St. Charles Country Club, 142 of the best golfers on the North American continent will be competing for a total of $15,000. This is the practice green where Canadians and Americans sharpen their putting. Among the best from Canada are Al Balding from Toronto, Dick Borthwick from Hamilton Ancaster making a nice recovery from just off the fairway. Dick had a hole-in-one in last year's Open. From Montreal, Laval-sur-le-Lac, Jules Huot. Jules is typical of the top-notch professionals who do so much for golf in Canada. And from Royal Quebec, here's his brother Rudolph, going after a long one on the green. Rudy Horvath from Windsor, Ontario. Ottawa's Stan Kohler plays a fine trap shot. These Canadians are up against tremendous odds,